This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth. Breaking news today as the U.S. has just responded to yesterday's chemical attacks in Syria by sending in over 60 Tomahawk cruise missiles in an apparent humanitarian mission, which is anything but. And today we're going to break down the facts for you. Now here's what Donald Trump just had to say about today's attack in Syria.
Assad choked out the lives of helpless men, women, and children. It was a slow and brutal death for so many. Even beautiful babies were cruelly murdered in this very barbaric attack.
This is such propaganda BS, it's hard to swallow. Why would Assad do this to his very own people, turning the whole world on him and setting about the beginning of his own destruction? We warned you that they were going to stage a false flag attack involving chemical weapons, as I explained in a video that I released earlier today, and now here we are.
No child of God should ever suffer such horror. Tonight I ordered a targeted military strike on the airfield in Syria from where the chemical attack was launched.
Giving this man that much power doesn't seem like it was such a great idea after all now, was it? So many out there were loving his executive orders that were defeating the globalists. But I don't think you're liking it now, and some of you have the blood on your hands.
It is in this vital national security interest of the United States to prevent and deter the spread and use of deadly chemical weapons.
But the weapons came from the U.S. It was the CIA who equipped the Al-Qaeda rebels on the grounds with these chemical weapons, and that's what they used. We warned that if the U.S. propaganda campaign wasn't going to work at getting the people behind a Syrian war, then they would use these chemical weapons that were provided by the CIA in order to discredit Assad. And here we are.
There can be no dispute that Syria used banned chemical weapons, violated its obligations under the Chemical Weapons Convention, and ignored the urging of the UN Security Council. Years of previous attempts at changing Assad's behavior have all failed, and failed very dramatically. As a result, the refugee crisis continues to deepen, and the region continues to destabilize, threatening the United States and its allies.
This is absolutely not true. The refugee situation and the destabilization of that region are a direct result of the US's foreign policy. You can't bomb them and not expect them to flee. You can't arm them and expect them to not use those weapons. And you can't overthrow another Middle Eastern secular leader based on fake news.
Tonight I call on all civilized nations to join us in seeking to end the slaughter and bloodshed in Syria, and also to end terrorism of all kinds and all types.
All right, I've heard enough right there. Let's end terrorism by terrorizing that nation and provoking the beginning of World War III? Meanwhile, Rex Tillerson, the Secretary of State, is saying that Russia has failed in its responsibility to deliver on a 2013 commitment to secure Syria's chemical weapons. And Putin has stated before that an attack on Syria is an attack on Russia. But guess who else used to talk a lot about attacking Syria? Trump. Check out what he was saying. In 2013, he states, "If Obama attacks Syria and innocent civilians are hurt and killed, he and the US will look very bad." Or this one, "The president must get congressional approval before attacking Syria. Big mistake if he does not." Or this tweet here, also from 2013. "Again, to our very foolish leader, do not attack Syria. If you do, many very bad things will happen, and from that fight, the US gets nothing." Well, bad things are happening now, folks, and this is just the beginning. This can very easily escalate very quickly. Be sure to subscribe to us here, as this is breaking information, and I'll be doing my best to keep you up to date as this continues to develop. And we can't do this without your support. So please check the links in the description to find out how you can donate or become a PFT member or a PFT patron. And stay tuned, guys, we're going to have a lot more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth.